Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it, as we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Buckeyes would kick this away to get us going. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So Penn State's offense comes on the field first today. Here we go. You can feel the juice in this building. What a privilege, Kirk, to be part of this rivalry game.
Well, there's nothing like rivalry games. You know, no matter what you've done all year, you get your opportunity to win.
By the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. And remember, the last time these teams met, it came right down to the wire.
Well, Chris, there's so many great rivalry games that we all look forward to every single year. But with these two teams, it's just...
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And a huge gain. They finally bring him down at the 11. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
And now the running back's got it again. They can't slow him down. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Well, that start could not have gone any better, Kirk.
Well, Chris, as you know, it's always huge for an offense's confidence to score on the opening drive. Most times, coordinators are just kind of feeling the defense out, giving them a lot of different formations, kind of see how they react. To get points on the board, man, that's a huge plus.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. We've got a great matchup of tight ends here today, Kirk, and it's fun to see this group of athletes emerging, guys who are big enough to make an impact blocking and box out, but also fast enough to make plays in space.
Well, in my opinion, you're watching 2 NFL tight ends playing in college football with these two, and they happen to be going against each other today. Can't wait to see how these offenses utilize their ability today.
Second down play coming up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. The Buckeyes churn out another first down.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Webb. Defense is coming after him. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your...
Got him. He's sacked.
great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's fourth down and long.
The Buckeyes will line up to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. He's going to try to return the punt. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. Receiver in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Snags the quick throw. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardell Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Empty set now, 5 wide. Scanning the field, it's Webb. Running out of time in the pocket. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up.
And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
Pass interference. Defense.
So that is a call to remember. The interception wiped away by a pass interference penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain. And completion makes it 2nd and short. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Send the back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. The defense backed up against their own end zone. And the offense going backwards in that play. Defense makes a stop to wrap up the first quarter. And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defense.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the return to the ground. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A handoff to the back. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a 1st down.
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. An effective play, good for a 1st down at the 35. The Nittany Lions are on the move here.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have...
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Well, they thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the left side. We get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up into the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. And forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
The shotgun handoff here. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They're going to run it. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know, in it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Webb. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. And I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back, and it falls incomplete. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
He finds the running back in the flat. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher 2nd down on the way.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw yet again. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Webb. Quick throw to the left. Oh, the pass is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's got it for a big gain. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And sack sets up an important 3rd down. Handoff to the back. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Timeout is called. A tough strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Returner tackle right there. That's where they start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one. Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. To throw, it's Webb. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Makes a quick catch. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on 1st down now. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man,
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down. Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Took contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. The Buckeyes bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. And with time quickly fading here before halftime, wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive at this point. Receiver makes the catch. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking right. This one caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Jean-Pierre. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. After the incompletion, the lineup here for 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Penn State. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure. On the same page and getting the right call.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Dropping back, it's Webb. Takes a shot as he gets the pass off. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. And they're finally able to stop him. A huge gain and a touchdown-saving tackle as time runs out in the 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin, the Nittany Lions will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. 1st down here for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Incompletion makes it second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Handoff from the shotgun. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. He's got it near the end zone. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The back's got it. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. The Nittany Lions come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And the single back takes the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. That's an explosive gain. They've got him, but the gain all the way to the 28. And the Nittany Lions come to the line to set a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the result.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. No gain there. Ball will be spotted at the 2 again.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And the field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Chris, they get the 3 points, but looking back at it, 4th and inches. Pretty conservative call there. I really thought they would have gone for it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Big chunk gain in the first play of the drive sets him up near midfield in 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Webb. Running back grabs it on a screen. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a 1st down. That puts him over 150 yards today. Kirk, we knew he was going to be a focus coming in, but he has backed up the hype and then some.
Yeah, he sure has, Chris. I mean, all year long, he's been a dynamic playmaker. I'd argue one of the top in the entire country. And now, in a rivalry game, to be able to do this, boy, it says a lot about it.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this.
And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
4th down, looking to throw for it. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Catch made down inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. This offense is still clicking. And the PAT makes it a 10-point deficit, 31-21. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. 2nd down after the incompletion. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Ball handed off. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. Play action fake. Looking to throw. It's a short completion at the tight end. Makes the ground but doesn't get much. He's going to be ruled down short of the marker. Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? Bringing pressure. Trying to get the throw off.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Running back has it on a screen now. And they bring him down. Blockers not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down. Pass complete. It's second down now. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he'll pick up the first down, stop at the 27. And Kirk, that puts him over 150 yards today. He's just putting on a huge show on a big stage.
Yeah, every time he seems to get his hands on the football, he's making big plays. They have built their offense around his playmaking ability, and it's paid off today.
They'll tackle him right at the 31. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Dropping back. It's Webb. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And the tackle is made. Not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game. That completion makes it second down. Looking to throw again. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw it on first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
Makes a quick grab. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Caught quickly. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, the defense brought the blitz, but the quarterback not only recognizes it, but knows where to go with the football. Finds the back out of the backfield and picks up a first down.
The Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. Receiver trying to turn the corner. Will he score here? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That's an important score. We've got a one-possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
And now they'll set up for the point after. And the extra point gets it within 3, 31-28. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. On first down, it's play action. Pressure is coming. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. And they'll use the ground game here. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the fourth quarter. It's third down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
Defense not pressing this time. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Makes the defender miss. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Not much on that play, brought down short. Now it's second down here. Quick completion to the tight end. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
How about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and his quarterback, being able to throw the football with the lead in the fourth quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
And a handoff as they run the counter play. Just trucks the man. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Keeping it on the ground here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Now just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. He was on the mark with his last kick, but this one is from 50 yards away. He missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 3-point lead.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. So here we go. It could come down to this possession, Kirk. Sets up as a potential classic finish.
Well, Chris, after everything that's gone on in this field in a rivalry game, if you're a quarterback, this is what you dream about. Having the ball in your hands with a chance to lead your team down and potentially win this game.
Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Back to pass. It's Webb. Catch made across the middle by the running back. And he's tackled after the catch.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards. But anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
And they'll get him down that time. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Chris, this is it. It comes down to this fourth down play to be able to stay in this football game. They've got to convert to be able to keep their hopes alive Can this quarterback deliver and make the play?
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. Here comes the jet sweep, trying to run it to the edge. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down. Fourth down conversion using a fresh set of downs, but time is running out. Got to get to the line quickly. And the offense will spend a timeout, stopping the clock with 22 seconds remaining. Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
Dumps it down to the back. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The Buckeyes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Webb. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And that last pass falls incomplete. That will do it. Game over. Really, everyone on both sides remember for a long time that it stings to fall short to your arch rival.
Yeah, rivalries are always the ones that hurt the most.